Whoa, Bitcoin just made a big pop up above 28,000 now. What has happened? Has the ETF gone through or something? Do you know what happened? Well, as my last video had predicted, that what really influences the Bitcoin price is actually the US dollar index. That's right. The strength or weakness of the US dollar basically drives where Bitcoin and as well the NASDAQ is going. So what happened to the US dollar index over the weekend? So on Friday, some weaker than expected PCE inflation, core inflation month on month came out. It was lower than expected. So therefore, the market had a lesser expectation of rate hikes, or the US 10-year yields pulled back, right? And that led to the US dollar to also pull back. When the US dollar was dropping, then basically Bitcoin was bouncing, right? And that also gave a lot of support to the stock market as well. But there are other reasons. Going into the weekend also, the market was very nervous and there was some little bits of sell-off because they expected that the US is going to get a shutdown again, right? They're running out of money again, and the government, between the Republicans and the Democrats, are fighting, they're debating about what to do. And if they didn't come up with a solution on October the 1st, right, which is a Sunday, there would be a shutdown in the US. And that's, of course, bad for stocks and kind of bad for Bitcoin as well, because if you think about it, all those government employees, like they make up, what, 5%, 7% of the US population? If 5 to 7% of people are not getting paid, or only getting paid like 30, 40%, and if they can't even afford their rent, how are they going to go out there and buy stocks? Or how are they going to go out there or buy any Bitcoin or crypto at all? So of course, this was negative if the US gets a shutdown, because usually this can last 2 to 3, 4 weeks or even more. So what happened then? But as some of you already know by now, US had then just passed a spending bill to avert a government shutdown. So basically they have another 45 days, right, before they play this game of chicken drama all over again. So for now, that means those people, those government workers are getting paid, right? So there is more liquidity, more money coming into the economy. And of course, that's given the NASDAQ this morning a little bit of support, and also given Bitcoin, a reason to jump. But look what's happening now. Only a couple of hours ago, basically the US Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, came out and it was strong. So US dollar took off again and it's making a new high, right? This is obviously posing a threat. As I said before, this is going to be problematic for both Bitcoin and the NASDAQ, right? So we might see both Bitcoin and NASDAQ pull back if this thing heads any higher.